So for this is my second Solidworks video, and in this one I'm going to show you how to make this bar of chocolate. And in this video we're going to cover linear patterns, fillet features, the spline tool, how to trim sketches, and how to edit features and sketches after you've changed them. So go in and modify them. So first of all, you're going to go in and we're going to set up a new part. This is the one I've drawn earlier. I'll exit out of it. So File, New, and double click part. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to click on our top plane like so, and then we're going to click sketch. We're going to draw a rectangle. So go over here and select your rectangle tool. Click on this corner and just drag it out, and we can add in our dimensions then afterwards. So we'll say go into smart dimensions. We'll make this one 150. I'll leave it at 130 actually. 130 for that, and then we'll make this about 70. Click OK. Then remember, you can revolve things by just clicking on that wheel there, so we'll just revolve it up here to see what it looks like, and click features and click extrude boss base. Then we're going to set this at 8 millimeters. So 8, and then click enter on your keyboard. Click OK. So that's our first feature done. That's the base of our bar. You right click on this top one, click sketch. You see it'll allow us to draw into this view here. So you're going to go down, click rectangle again. And we're just going to come in from the side. We'll just put it in here. We can add our dimensions in then afterwards. I'll also add in a relation. So if you click control, click this side, and we'll just make sure they're equal. So it's always going to be a square no matter what size we drag it to, or what other size we made the edges at. So smart dimension this, and we'll say we make that about 15, and click enter. Now the next thing we're going to do is just set our dimension from here to here, and we can make that 5, and same with this side as well, make this 5 too. Click there, and then click 5, and then click OK. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to extrude this up. So take our mouse, rotate it up just so we can look at it like that. Features, extrude boss base, and we will make that about 8 millimeters. Looks good there. So we still have that set from 8 earlier on. Leave on merge result, and we'll just click OK. Now the next thing we're going to do is add in fillets. So we're going to click fillet, and we're going to click fillet on this corner. And you can see the radius is really big here, so we might need to do some changing around with this. So you can see first of all I full preview selected. So you'll notice when I select this one, this and this, it's not showing me a preview now because the radius is so big that you can't make a fillet. So we'll try 2 millimeters for that, and we'll just see what it looks like first. So 2 looks okay. So we'll just click OK then on that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a pattern on top of this. So you're going to right click this, and you're going to click sketch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just how to use 2 of the tools. Now feel free to draw any icon you want on this, but the one I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a triangle like so. So come down to the center, any size really. I'm not actually going to bother dimensioning it this time. I'm just going to show you how to draw just because it's not fully necessary. It's a free-formed logo here. And then click this tool here. It's called the spline tool. And this one here will allow you to do curved lines. So draw some sort of a curve through your triangle like that, and just join it back to the start like so. Press escape to clear everything. Now what we want to do is click trim entities. So if you go up into here, click this one and click power trim. So what we want to do is we want to just have the outline of this object. So we don't want all this stuff where they intersect. So you just, after you've clicked power trim, just select it here, you just drag it through like so. And you can see now we've got this shape that we've just drawn. So click OK, and then we're going to click features, and we're going to click extrude cut. And I'm going to leave that at say 7 millimeters. And click OK. Now the next thing we want to do, now this doesn't look great, I'm not really happy with the depth of that, but that's fine, I did that on purpose so we can, I can show you how to go back and modify that after we've moved on a bit. So the next thing we're going to click is linear patterns. So this is going to allow us to pattern that same thing all over your bar. So the first one we're going to have here is, it's asking you what direction are we going to go in. So we're going to say, okay, we go in that direction to pattern it. The next thing we need to select is the things that are going to be patterned. So feature, you can see features of faces, and it's already selected the previous one we've done, but we want to add in the other parts, the fillet and the extrude that we had there. So we're going to click on that box, and then if you see this design tree at the right hand side, now you can, sometimes you can just go in and just click on the parts themselves, that'll work fine. But if you just want to make sure you're selecting the exact bits that you need to get, we're going to select that's the cut extrude, the fillet that I did from the side here, and then the boss extrude, which is the main body that got extruded there. So click that as well. And you can see it's selected everything. So let's just go back to here. So you can see it's set up the amount of space between each one here. It's set at 10 millimeters, but you can see that they're all bunched in on top of each other. So we might change that to 20 millimeters and see how it looks. 20 millimeters, and that looks good. So we'll leave it at that. Now the next one is direction 2. We're going to click that, and we want it to go in the direction of that line. So remember, direction 1 we were making it go in the direction of this line. Now direction 2 we want it to go this way. And again, you can see it's a number of times we're going to pattern. So I think 3, actually try 4 this time. And then you're going to go to, let me see, 10 millimeters. We'll try 15 millimeters and see what the spacing looks like there. So you can see that on 15 millimeters, it actually looks fairly good there. So what we'll do is click OK. And you can see I've suddenly patterned my thing. But I'm looking at it there. The symbol that I've done, I'm not really happy with. So what I'm going to do is do 2 different things. I'm going to show you, first of all, how could I go back into that and then just change the depth that it's coming in. So if you go back to that cut extrude, click on it like so, and then click Edit Feature. So we're going to change that from 7 to 1 millimeter. I think that'll look a bit better, like so. And then click OK. The other thing I mightn't be happy with is the sketch that I've done in the center. I might want to modify or change that. So let's just go through it. If we go back into our cut extrude, our sketch here. Do the drop down menu. Unfortunately I can't actually change that one, so I'm going to pick something different here. Say if I want to change my main body, the sketch for that. So I'm going to just go back in and change this cut extrude. So I'm going to go into there, and you can see that there's a sketch inside that feature. So I'm going to click on that and then click Edit Sketch. You can see it's going to let me actually change the sketch I've drawn. So all I want to do is I want to add maybe another triangle just to make it more of a detailed logo. So come down like this, drag this across, and then we'll go up to try our trim feature again. So trim entities, and we'll trim all the stuff that we don't need in the center. Now, if we've done that correctly, we've got rid of everything, it should work out. So we can click Exit. And you see it's not only changed that, it's changed everything that I've done afterwards. And then the last thing we'll do just before we finish up is we'll right click, click Appearances. This time we'll click the entire part. So we're going to change everything to the same color. And we're going to go and pick brown. And click OK. And that's it. So if you're finished that, you can get on to my next video, which will be SolidWorks video 3.